this shit? This episode of Triple CHS is brought to you by DraftKings.com. What's up, fight fans? I'm the polio of mixed martial arts, Tommy Toehold, and the welterweight champion Tyron Woodley isn't exactly thrilled about his upcoming title defense against human backpack Damian Maia. The champ said in interviews this week that Maia would be his last choice over fighters like Nick Diaz and George St. Pierre for his next title defense should those options arise. Champ, Damian Maia is on a 7-fight win streak in your division. Nick's last win at welterweight was in 2011 against BJ Penn, and George St. Pierre hasn't fought in 4 years. Yep. And if possible, you would take fights against Nick and George before you took a fight against Damian Maia? Absolutely. Don't you think that's a bit unfair to Damian Maia? 100%, but that's not my problem, that's his problem. Tyron Woodley, I am frankly shocked. Look, this sport is based in the martial arts, right? And martial arts are all about honor and respect and Bushido and all that stuff. But that's just the coat of paint we put over the top of MMA to make it appealing to people. Make them feel like their favorite Bruce Lee movie came to life. Make no mistake about it though, this isn't martial arts, this is prize fighting. This is fighting for money. Honor and money don't mix. I'm trying to do what's best for me financially. And fighting Damian Maia is not that. He's not going to help me draw more pay-per-view buys, therefore he's not going to help me make more money, therefore I don't want to fight him. I will fight him because I'm probably not going to have much of a choice in the matter, but if it's between him and Nick Diaz or George St. Pierre, you better believe I'm taking those fights first. I have a very small window of time to make money in this sport. There's no retirement package for me when I get done. Nobody's going to put my kids through college. Whatever money I make right now is it. So you can probably see why I don't give a shit about fans saying I should be fighting so-and-so or I should be taking the fight that's given to me. I'm not coming to your job and telling you that you shouldn't try to get more money. I guess the difference is thousands of people aren't watching you at your job. But if they were and they started saying things like, why don't you just do what your boss said? Or you don't deserve more money, stop asking for more money, I'm pretty sure you'd say fuck you too. So forgive me if I'm not excited about the prospect of fighting a jiu-jitsu master in a pay-per-view that's gonna draw 150,000 buys. Apparently I should be jumping for joy at potentially losing my title, the thing that guarantees me top fights, to a guy who's gonna make me a third as much money as I would make against Nick or George. Now you can complain all day and tell me that money fights shouldn't be the fights people care about, but that's on you, not on me. I'm not the one who gets more excited over big names and big personalities than the best talent. If it were about talent only, Demetrius Johnson would be the best-selling fighter of all time. But it's not. It's about fun fights, it's about big names, it's about big personalities. You know why that is? Because it's entertainment. You watch fights to be entertained. That's what you're here for and nothing else. Damian Maia isn't entertaining to the general public, therefore his fights don't sell well. You can say my last fight was boring, but the difference is I'm the champ, so I have to fight. They don't have a choice but to book me in big fights. That's just how they structure their business. So forgive me if I'm trying to make the most money possible instead of fighting a guy who 100% has earned a title fight that simply won't make me any money. Last I checked, we live in America, which means basically if you don't like the idea of me going for these money fights instead of Damian Maia, you hate freedom. Well, shit! See you tomorrow, fight fans!